bright for my liking. I'm showing y'all my bed. Like, goddamn. Okay. I can adjust. We're protected because welcome on in. I'm just up here for the hell of it now. The universe got me. For those that be watching back, I much appreciate it. For those who be joining on live, I much appreciate it. I forget to show y'all thanks sometimes, or thankfulness. That's pretty good. I'm just waiting. I'm early as hell. It's 1:19. I'm supposed to be up here at 2. I scheduled myself at 2, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna beat Father Time by creating my own time, my own matrix, by beating his. I'm still gonna wait for like a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour-ish, but I'll just vent here and there until everybody comes in, until I get my crew, my tribe. I didn't want to put on the glasses today. I really didn't. I was like, let me not hide myself. Today's topic is just the continuation of yesterday's topic, but just a little bit more in depth. And yeah, so I hope everybody likes it, even if you're watching this in the back. But feel free, when you do come up here, feel free to be yourself. I don't mind trolls. I can handle myself. Can you handle yourself when you see me? Why do I do it like that? I'm like, really? I need to remind myself to get a tissue, like next to me or something. My nose be running like crazy. Every time I put on my makeup, I'm like, it runs. I remember it took me like 5 minutes just to eat this. I swear it was like 2 minutes in my mind. Purple is like one of my best flavors, like in food, that I get purple in anything. There's a reason why I choose purple for every little thing. I realize it represents my crown chakra. That's why I got like a purple thing, and I like purple stuff. Like, it makes sense. I guess it's like a symbol of me showing that I'm royalty. Like, we are. We're ninth ether beings. We're dimensional spirits. So, like, why are you like that? Like, why? How you roll over? Hey, these got jokes on them. I'm calling. Alright, that was just random. Had a random ass call. I know what it was, but like, why calling me? But yeah, I'm gonna come up here a little earlier than before I scheduled. I'm just trying to see what the vibe is like, what like the algorithm is like. Man, it's hard to get the algorithm your attention when you created the algorithm. It's really hard to get like the right kind of people or like the right type of mindset to know what you know or know what they know or like just speak the truth or something. Everybody be so judgy. Like anybody can study the world or life and put some knowledge or twist to it out of your own perspective. It's highlight and then it's not at the same time. I laugh at myself, I swear. You got to. That's so gross. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't have no tissue. Something. But yeah, like, it's a process. We're gonna get there one day. We might not even, like, one day it's gonna be bigger than YouTube or bigger than TV. So it's totally up to how we put our imagination to it and do it. Like, I realize these are just like simulations for my desire of what I want to do in the future. Welcome on in, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button. How you doing, fam? Love and light to you. If you just got in, you're not late. You just got here. We all just got here. Nobody's never late. So, like, yeah, this is gonna be like a new thing now. It's just coming up here every day, challenging my mind and uh, how I study and look at life. Maybe some of y'all might have a different opinion on how you look out how you look at life or your outcome of situations. And it's all about trying to get people to create their own blueprint or to come to the truth that this thing that we're all going through called life is real. It's nothing that we can just simply brush under the rug. Like we really can't brush this under the rug. It has to be acknowledged and addressed somehow so everybody can see that this is real. This is it's it's amazing when it comes together. It'll come together in its own divine timing. But as us, we just gotta keep pushing the message. Keep pushing the message. The odds are you being on this channel. This is the intro. Is that you experience like near death? You experience things that are very strange to you. Welcome on in, y'all. Y'all are not late. We just getting started. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you comment. I want to hear what's on your mind and how you are today, because it's really about you. It's always been about you. So I don't mind listening in or reading in on what's on your mind. We're all here for different reasons. We're all here trying to get different types of answers for what we've gone through. So that if you stumble on this channel, this is your call, your home. This is where you belong. You belong up top. And up top you shall go, because we're only ascending from here on out. It's no going back to the old ways of how we used to operate in the old matrix. It's us breaking out of the matrix in our own paradox matrix, because we do create simulations and situations that is so impossible for us to get out. But I believe y'all minds are more capable than what society is telling you. Society is going to keep a hush about you. Society is not going to let you know about you. You have to discover yourself within you by going within and shutting it all off. Like shutting that 10% off and going in with 20%, going in with full effect of trying to know who you are. And how do you try to do that? How do you. The thing is, we're thinking it too complex, and then we're thinking it like it's very simple. It's about what you like and what you can agree with and what you are capable of pushing a certain agenda that you feel like it needs to be addressed, because you might say something that you agree with, and then somebody else might come behind you and say, "Oh, I don't agree with that." But don't let like little shit like that irritate you, because it's not that you are wrong or they are wrong. It's y'all two are coming up with a blueprint or like some type of foundation of what all of this really truly means. What it all means is you are on a discovery to know thyself and to understand where self is coming from. Self comes from source. We come from darkness to become light. We only know of darkness to try to get to light. We never been light before. Our ancestors never been light before. This is their first time being light. So now we're trying to be light on earth without actually dying, without actually transitioning into another existence, when we can just expand now and expand later. We're trying to create our own Big Bang theory, our own galaxy, our own Milky Way. And sometimes you can learn that through your ancestors. You can see how they operate and how they survive throughout a situation by simply just asking them, like, how do you connect to your ancestors? Like, if you don't know anything about them, how I didn't know anything much about my ancestors, but listening to the stories around my family that they told me, who took care of you, this and that, the third, and I put my own two thoughts, my own imagination to create an image out of them so I could talk to their spirit by through the imagination, by visiting them in their world, by imagining their world, what it looks like to them now if they was like here today. So like it's very important to get connected and get rooted with understanding yourself so you can understand your ancestors, because you don't know what all the spirits within you is just quite yet. There's multiple versions of you in different dimensions, different realms, and when you come across like these different versions of you, you don't know why they act a certain way towards you or why you're going through a spiritual warfare. Is because you didn't clear the path with the old versions of you or all dimensional versions of you. It's now that you're understanding that, okay, I'm on a mission. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta clear all of this. It's we don't we don't have to do that. The thing is, the reason why we feel like we need to do that is because we know that some of our ancestors uh, didn't clear some of their karma, that we're taking on initiate of clearing their karma, that you don't have to agree with the blueprint. You can create something outside of that blueprint with that blueprint. You can imagine a world where they feel comfortable in being in, where they don't feel like they got to get stuck or being on this on stuck on a cross or like crucified and forgotten and just only being a form of thought. You want them in a memory because a memory lasts long. A memory is it's longer than watching a movie. It's longer than watching like a short film or a TV series. When you have your ancestors in your memory, you can unlock other memories within your ancestors. Meaning, as soon as you unlock memories within them, the odds are of you doing that, if, say, an ancestor been through a similar situation that you are in now or before, like, you've been in a horrible, horrible situation where you couldn't get out. Well, you subconsciously asked or prayed or chant for something to save you, to get you out of that situation. So you called on an ancestor to help you get that blueprint to get you out of that situation. So by you listening to how they got out of a certain situation, you're also clearing your path of death and their path of death of karma, because y'all both completed the cycle, both completed the lesson. Is not going to come up again. But if it does come up again, the universe is trying to teach you or show you how you learned from the last time. Can you bring up that same thing or that same blueprint that you learned before? Or can you pass down the torch of what you learned? Because believe it or not, we forget about our ancestors. We do. We only think about them when we're in a moment of trouble. If you think about them all the time, it's greater blessings out of the both of you and out of the both of them, because not only they are being remembered and being being called on, they're also using their gift, what they was created for, to help you to create your world or to survive from a world that simply didn't want you. Like some of the shit we go through is out of our, like, it's out of our illusion, because we created this world from a lower point of us. We created it from a darker space. So now we created these challenges. We don't know how to get out of our own matrix, so we get stuck within our matrix. It took me a long time to realize that I created something when something knocked me out to make me wake up, to realize I created it. I had to get knocked out first to realize I can get out of this shit. See, the thing is, with you being the problem, creating the problem to create the solution for you, it works out both favors. That way, you are challenging the mind of, like, the good version of you and the bad version of you. You're learning how how to operate, like, from both consciousness, to flip the switch easily in 1 second without thinking, overthinking it too easily. You know what I mean? You're able to just turn on that beast and then turn on that angel when you need to. It's a better way to react when something is thrown out of your proportion, when you did not see it coming. Odds are, it's, if you didn't see it coming, something outside of you had created for that particular timeline for you to experience it. It's all for a reason, to create more knowledge within you, more wisdom. You rather have more knowledge and wisdom and then to be stuck in a situation and then you wonder why the hell you can't get out. Well, ask your ancestors that. And they're gonna tell you, well, you didn't listen to me. I tried to tell you. And I'm like, it's very important to listen. Everything is a distraction. Something, like, it's completely to throw you off from you being inside of your mind, for you to be able to envision yourself getting out of the situation. As soon as something puts you in a situation, it's gonna try its best to keep you in a situation. But it's up to you to call on those ancestors, to call on that inner child, to call on that inner god or goddesses within you to help you get out of the situation. Because this particular vessel, this particular soul has not gone through it, but there are other versions of you that's inside of you that has gone through it. You are able to get the blueprint and the answers of getting out. But now that you are getting the blueprint and the answers of how they do it, you might see it a little bit before. You're trying to figure out how you can stop it altogether. The thing is, you can't stop it. You either go through that fire and imagine yourself better or worse than before. It's only two directions you can go once you go out. You either go to the left or you either go to the right. Which way are you taking? Which path are you willing to take? Because if you're claiming you're going to be a multiple dimensional spirit or being, you got to take all paths and all challenges so you can have bigger knowledge and bigger wisdom and never limit yourself. And then you're not limiting your ancestors either, because they're going through a whole nother situation from another realm, and we have to be here in time to help them catch them out of the lesson, just like they did with us while we're on earth, because we never been through it. But we've been through some of the stuff on an internal level in the ether that they have not gone through or experienced just yet, and they're now experiencing the things, the supernatural. They have not complete of surviving in the supernatural, but we have survived the supernatural here on earth and in the ether. We got double the blueprint, triple the blueprint. We got multiple blueprints around us, and we know how to just crack open that library, that book, and say, "Hey, I know, I can get through this before. I've been through this before." But then they have no clue how to really truly survive what they created within the minds that they are experiencing right now in the ether. So now that we have the time and the blueprint just to really study and take a look at our life, take a look at an aspect of our life, how we react to certain things. We are able to create a duality type of mindset where we can be the good guy and we can also be the bad guy, or you can be both. I choose to be both so I don't limit myself. And I choose to be beyond my limitation of two titles that I give myself. I'm a multiple dimensional being. I do not limit my limitation. I do not limit my mind. I expand it. And I also create my mind. I also create what's inside my mind. Because why? I have the thought, I have the formula, I have the gift to do that. So do you. It's about challenging yourself, not others. Because if you try to challenge something that you have no idea how to get through, how are you going to be able to teach how to get out of that challenge? How are you going to teach the next generation of like that type of shit? Because like you don't know what you're doing at the end of the day. None of us know what we're doing at the end of the day. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing at the end of the day. I'm learning what I'm doing. It's all about learning the job prescription. It's really is like a movie set. Life is literally like a movie set. And we are the projector. We are in this world is just like the holographic virtual reality what's in our mind, but what's inside of our mind is more real and more what we can capable of understanding in reality in real life in real time because shit ain't adding up when it comes to reality. It really don't. I take everything as a coincidence or coinkadink. I like to call it. I like to call it coinkadink. I'd be like, oh, what a coinkadink, and I'm like, okay, everything is simply in order. But then there is a divine order, and then the order from the father, and the order from the mother, then the order from the son, and then you create your own order within the order, your own matrix within the simulation. You create your own world, and you're able to create cheat codes out of the world that you are created by talking telepathically to these spirits. You can talk telepathically to them, so that when you arrive to your destination, ride to your destiny, there won't be no no challenges really. Nothing irritates you. Nothing can affect you. It's part of a bigger plan to see if you handle the shit or not. So I'm talking to somebody. Somebody gotta get this. I don't know who, but you gonna get it one day. Cause the thing is, we have new leaders, and we don't know who are we leading to or where they're going because they might be going somewhere totally different than where we are going. Lucky for me, I'm able to understand all generations. I'm able to pick up information quickly from all generations, from all sides, and not limited my beliefs on what how everybody think. Because why should I limit myself? And I should never limit my physical. So never limit your physical. Never limit spirit. You're capable of doing so much more if you just go within and use the mind. Society wants to keep you away from the mind. I'm trying to show you gravity of how you can hold your world the way you want to. It's all about you. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I much appreciate it. Much appreciated. For those who are wondering the schedule, I'm up here at 3 o'clock or 2 or 1, depending on me. I'm up here every day. So if there's any discussions you want to feel free because I can be here longer than I need to be. I'm here for you so you can understand what all of this is about because it's important. It's all the way up. You gotta let your spirit hear me. It's all the way up. I be checking my stuff. You can hear me. If I check before I come on, you can hear me. Trust me. You're choosing not to hear me. You're choosing to hear what you want to hear. Just open up completely. You can hear me. If I can hear myself, you can hear me. I hear myself all the time when I go back to these videos. Ain't nothing wrong with my mic. Turn up that conscious of yours. Then you can hear me. When you turn up the conscious, then you can let the information penetrate in your brain as you like. You're just waiting on something for me to say to catch your attention. The thing is, what I really want you to realize is using your ancestors more than just a thought and a memory. It's more powerful than what you can imagine. If you use it like a memory, you can also use them to help you remember your past life. And then you can also gain jewels from old lives, old past lives, like old knowledge that you have forgotten and regain again. So it's totally up to you how you accept the information, how you let it penetrate in your mind. Because my volume is up on my chakra. You gotta turn up the volume in spirit. I'm tired of everybody saying, I can't hear you well. You can hear me very much well. Trust me. Let it sink in. I can't give everybody the information that they want all directly in one video, but the more you keep coming up here, you're going to hear the type of information you need. You can hear me. It's your volume. Turn up your volume. Like I'm speaking loud as clear, like very loud. If I scare you to see what you're doing, I could tell you what you're doing. But I ain't gonna scare you. But I'm not. I'm nice. I'm being nice today. I'm not gonna use my gift like that. I'll be remote doing what you do, and I'm like, yeah, you can hear me. You got headphones in, don't you? Don't you got iPod headphones in? Don't you got an iPhone? Aren't you watching me on an iPhone? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But yeah, once you learn to listen to spirit and listen to those who are help guiding you, maybe you can beat all the bullshit that you created within your simulation because you created it. How do you not know your own answer to your own matrix? I know I've been there before. I'm still kind of there. Like I'm breaking out of my own matrix just by coming up here speaking to myself or speaking to thousands of others, millions of others who come across this manifesting at the same time. But yeah, and I'm like, I'm breaking out of my matrix by going to a higher consciousness that I've never gone before. By exploring this consciousness, I'm letting it be free. I'm letting it enjoy itself in the present moment while it's here because you never know. You're not the same you twice in one day. You're different versions of you throughout the day if you pay attention to how you act. At least with me, I can control now. I couldn't control before, but I can control now since I know this is real. Million. Thank you for the like. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Like, if they like, I know you can hear me. Like, you're just choosing what you want to hear. Thank you so much. If there are more of y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I also do accept donation. I much appreciate it. I'm not monetized on YouTube. I'm not even there to even make a buck on YouTube. I'm just spitting out knowledge until I get my right tribe. I'm just spitting knowledge. Anybody can be a philosopher. Is that the word? I think so. Anybody can be that just by paying attention to life and going within and having the answers come out naturally. But yeah, I do like to give y'all an hour or so if y'all want to come in to get some questions in. If you have questions or concern, or you just want to vent, I don't mind. But if you shy, you shy. You never gonna know what you want to know until you ask the question. You never know. Like I study, I pay attention. Like I now I pay attention. Before I was not paying attention. Like in my earlier years, like before. But let me see what else. Um, but yeah, it's a real thing. Spiritual warfare is real. Like you you have spirits attacking you left and right, and how they attack you is through the base of the mind, is by taking over the mind. And this world is so mind based, so thought based, that they're willing to push the agenda of you not even recognizing that you have the control of your own mind. And they're trying to get rid of those who do, or put them underneath some type of hallucinogen and make them think they're crazy and this and that, the third, and make them feel like they're less than what society makes them to be. No, you're more than what society or anybody tell you that you're being, because you believe it. It started with you believing you more than anybody else believe in you, and it takes courage to believe in the spirit. It really does. And if everybody can't look at you as spirit and then flesh, and then there's something wrong with their spirit and flesh. They're only looking at a surface of their understanding of their level. You're gonna find people who understand what you are going through. Not everybody is gonna get where you're coming from, but we all have to acknowledge that we come from a particular place of pain, which we need to recognize pain in order to get to our enlightenment into our heaven stage, is by just saying the truth of what this shit is really about, because we don't know who we're guiding the next 20% or 10% new generation to come, or after or before. It's like we really have to come up with like something that we have to come up with an algorithm within the spirit so that other spirits can understand the agenda that you are pushing. So it's not only you creating your own algorithm within spirit, you're also sending your algorithm up back to the ether, up back to north, going back to source, back to where you originally came from. It was already originated into source, into like the ether. It just came back when spirit came back to attach to itself. So yeah, a lot of people. Oh my god, a lot of people are gonna judge you for like knowing shit and being a nerd, and just they gonna think, oh, she knows everything, or they know everything now. No, the fuck, we don't know everything. Like, we really do not know everything. As much as we think we know everything, we do not know of everything. So we're trying to learn everything as much as possible by speaking on what it is that we're learning, so we can get more people opinion, and uh, not not be so judgmental on one's opinions or idea of what they think of life is, because life is how you are perceiving it now because of a conflict. And then once you're in heaven, once you're in a state of consciousness of heaven, once you climb that ladder of Jacob and let go of that 10%, you're really going to see a different side of life, and you're going to able to comprehend and come up with your own conclusion about life instead of looking through the answer through somebody else. You're just trying to see if somebody is going through the same way you're going through. How did they make it out? How did they survive? Because one of y'all, sometimes our ancestors are talking to us telepathically, and we don't even realize it. They're giving us a blueprint to something that we are not ready to see yet, that we're about to experience, and then we're giving them the blueprint to something that they either already experienced, and then that person is about to go through it. So we're supposed to help them, and give them the answer, or just help them get control of their reality. So when the moment comes, when the simulation rolls up, it's like, oh yeah, I've been through this before. I can usually fly through this like with no biggie. Like seriously, it's crazy. You have to give it a minute. You have to give this new version of you a minute to download its consciousness. It's still a baby. It's still crawling in the ether. It's not even walking yet. It can't even stand up just yet. It can comprehend how to stand up. It can comprehend how to crawl, but it does not know how to put that information uh, intuitive or by a visa or like whatever the crap, however you want to put it. Yeah, but once that consciousness has enough awareness, it's able to it's able to reciprocate the information that it's received. It's able to put the contact that it downloaded in reality without trying so hard. If you try and you're trying to look for something without something letting it come to you easily and naturally, or flow with the flow, like let it go by water. Water symbolizes consciousness. So like just let it come to you instead of going out there looking for it, because you don't know what you're walking into. I've done that so many times on this path. Okay, I'll create it as soon as I go on a path, and I think I can handle this challenge, and I create another challenge for myself, and then I'm like, I don't know how to get out of that situation. I'll start to imagine myself how to get out a certain situation. How do I imagine myself? Is I think of ancestors who've gone through that situation, even if I don't know them personally, or never took, or like they never take care of me a day in my life. Somebody within me is gonna have answer. It's gonna have the answer to how to get out. Somebody somewhere. And then once you get the answer, it's totally up to you how you react in a situation, because it's going to be on your conscious at the end of the day. It might take you 11 years just to get something off your conscious for how you reacted to something, or how you created something and you didn't see yourself. Like, that's the thing, you didn't see yourself get out of it. You didn't even try to imagine yourself getting out of it. You didn't even try to talk to spirit or your ancestors to get out of the situation. Just like, it is what it is when you're in that first dimensional state. But once you're in that fifth dimensional state, it's or in the ninth dimensional state, it's impossible for them to break your spirit. It's impossible to break the connection that what makes you magical, and what makes you survive and thrive at a situation. So, yeah. Oh God, I hate on that channel. I don't like that feeling. It's an eerie feeling that I get after a channel. It's like I go through that channel, and then it's like I'm like, okay. And then it's trying to wipe me out and go back to the sunken place. Like, bitch, I can't go to the sunken place. That's kind of like my home there. I create my imagination through my sunken place. Like when I'm vulnerable and they think they can attack me, I I transmute everything that they attack me from and create something better out of their attack. And I use it as knowledge and power. And I realize, oh, they're scared of me. How can I scare them more? And I'm like, yes, fuck yes, I got them where I need me. So yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy the journey, because who knows if humanity is gonna ever get a chance like this again for the way it's going, because we're not we're supposed to be united already, and we're trying to reunite the ones who have already ascended, who already gone through it, and then we're trying to get the other people who have not ascended to ascend, but they gotta ascend on their own time. They're in their own purgatory. Let us stay in our heaven. We don't have to go back to purgatory unless we want to create something out of it and get some old knowledge and wisdom out of it. Yes, you're feel free to go back, but go back on your own terms. But just remember, you're you're carrying a lot of consciousness within you. It's not just one conscious. It might be one body and one mind, two sets of eyes and one mouth, but there's multiple spirits that are speaking through you daily. It might sound like one voice to you, but it's gonna sound like one voice to many. It's gonna sound multiple people within them. People are gonna view you differently. So uh, use that wisely when they do. Use that wisely when they keep destroying your character and you keep creating these personas. You're really just activating your ancestors within you who already is already acting that way. They're just like they were just waiting for the moment to be like, alright, time to put on the mask, time to shine. And I'm like, why did I not see this before? But you learn later on once you get down the road of spirituality. Once you allow spirituality just be full on effect of not taking control of your life, but you taking control of your life by identifying these struggles, these uh, logos or gods and goddesses within you. Everybody likes to call them logos. It's their word. Okay. But yeah, it's totally up to you. Just shut up at 10% and go full on 20. Go see. If you have not seen the movie Lucy, the movie Lucy is a good representation of what's going on in the now, and a bunch of other movies right now. But like that's everybody's upgrade. Everybody's upgrading like Lucy in the spiritual community, in the spiritual realm. Not everybody is a Lucy. Some people are. I don't know how to put it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know how to put it. Like I really don't. It's two separate battles. It's still good versus evil going on. Um, like the dark side of the shadow of everybody's souls, and then there's half of us operating on the light system, but then the dark wants to take over our light because they don't know how to be light or become light. They're trying to become Neo. They're trying to become our Neo, and they don't. I'm like, it's so confusing. They don't really know how to do it because they don't know the spirit that's within them that is making them do these type of things to you. Like they don't know. They simply don't fucking know. Like they are aware that they're acting that way, but they don't know what's going on inside of them completely. Not just of yet. Even it does not matter if they have cars, they have a home, they have everybody surrounding them. Just pay attention to how they treat people. Pay attention to the spirit. Don't pay attention to the material things. If they're attacking you on a physical level, they're attacking you on an internal level because that's what they see within themselves. That's what they want fixed within themselves. But as us, as ninth ether beings, we're not supposed to take everything to the heart. We're supposed to transmute that energy out. Once we are aware of it and learn learn from it. Alright, they don't know what to do with that energy, but verbally throw it at us. But as a sponge, we can easily drain ourselves and just like release it. Find ways to release that energy. It's better ways to release it. If one way ain't working, then you gotta put something healthy behind that, like releasing. So not only you are releasing, you are also releasing other energies within the entities or deities within you and your ancestors. Not only you giving yourself a break, you're giving others part of you a break from experiencing something so traumatic and so profound that wasn't even your call or your creation, because you came from something low. You came something from below, trying to ascend to get to a higher uh, point of place. It's about going within and shutting off that 10% to become full on 20, to become full on Lucy. Once you're tapped in, you're able to pick up and know information quite easily. You're able to not only move your mind, but also your body in real time. But yeah. And they call me weird for knowing this shit, but I'm like, I don't care. Ugh, watch my weirdness gonna make me a millionaire one day. Like I see it. I seen it already. I know I lived that life already, but now I'm just trying to bring that life that I saw into this 3D world by just keep on envisioning and keep on creating. And even if I gotta go through some bad shit, I'm willing to take the L, because I know the L is more successful. Because if you're not losing, you're not succeeding. You gotta lose so you can gain knowledge to succeed. So, mic drop. Like, just know that. Ugh, I hate this. Ugh, I get. I think makeup gives me allergies, some type of weird ass allergy. I'm starting to notice. I'm like, oh, well, I can't wear foundation no more. I'm gonna have to find something. But, yeah. I appreciate y'all for the support. I honestly do. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Know when I go on, because I do go on every day, and I'm going on every day now. So yeah, it's something new that I'm doing, challenging my mind of what I learned, and yeah, this might be a little hard, but I know there's gonna be some ups and downs, but I know I can beat them. As long as I continue doing what I'm doing, like trying to heal the body, I'm okay. I'm okay. Um, there was something else that I wanted to do. I don't know. I feel like I just talked about almost everything I want to talk about today. I don't know. If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop down your questions. Yeah, I literally sum up almost everything. Bro, I swear, when I channel, it's like it's 2 minutes in my head, but reality said something different. I'm like, okay. I swear, I feel like I've only been up here for like 2 minutes. It says 54. I'm like, okay. Weird. Definitely weird. Weird. The odds are, like, if y'all experience like paranormal, I said this before. I said this like yesterday, live, and the day before. If y'all are experiencing paranormal activity, like ghosts and shit, the odds are it's just another version of you from a different timeline connecting to you, trying to get your attention. we run from us so many times. Like I'd be like, damn, why do I keep running from me? It's all those lives that you have experienced, all those different versions of you. It's contacting you through a frequency that you're doing now in this dimensional realm. So don't ever run from you, because you're just running away from finding the answer, and they could possibly help you with finding the answer you need. I really wish I can get some more views. If anybody knows a way for me to get more views, I would much appreciate it. Because like I'd be dropping some gems. I just want the views, YouTube, and the money. Like if I can have both, that would be great. That would be good. It'll be good. But yeah. How y'all living? I hope everything is good. Like, see what I mean? Just keep sharing your knowledge. I am. I ain't gonna let it bother me. It doesn't irritate me. It irritates me a little bit, but then not that much. Like, I know I gotta be patient. And I'm gonna just keep sharing it. Because I've been holding it in for a long time. So now is the time. It's my divine time. Because I choose to. Because I had to see if I was really ready for this. And then Spirit said, yeah, they're ready. Like, are we? We're concerned about something, but then we're not gonna let that stop us. We're not. Shout out to the Geminis. Happy birthday to y'all. This Gemini season. I'm learning a lot in Gemini season. Like I'm learning how to actually be myself through during Gemini season than I did in any other season. Because like Lilith is in my second house and she's right next to the Gemini. And so it's like, oh, okay, interesting. Very fun facts I learned about myself as I do these shadow works and coming up here as well. I don't know, I might do some shadow work up here. I'm doing it all at the same time, simultaneously, without me realizing. So I'm good. So I'm like, hey love, I just seen your message. You did? Are you sure? Because I have not. Are you talking about on WhatsApp? Because I know I messaged you on YouTube on the comments area, but I did not message you directly on WhatsApp. I am on WhatsApp. It's the same number underneath the description box, but if you are looking for need of service or wanting to contact me, um, feel free to contact me. I do not mind. I do not bite. I am a nice person when I want to be. When I want to be. We're all human. I mean, I'm sorry. We're all gods. I'm like, what? Okay, my phone number is 470-938-1505. Again, 470-938-1505. If you want to message me on WhatsApp, you can. You can. I do have PayPal and I also do have Cash App. So if you want to send me some donation on my Cash App, feel free, love, because I really do appreciate it. It will help me out so much and to just keep going and to expand and to live, because I need to live. I really do. I don't even know how I'm going to pay my cell phone bill this month, but I turned it off. So I was like, well, I'm pretty sure the universe is gonna find a way for me to pay my cell phone. So I'm putting it all in the universe, and I'm like, oh well. And I'm looking for jobs at the meantime, but again, I'm getting denied right now. Is I fixed my resume, and it's like I know I'm qualified for the position. I had the position before, or trying something new, and it's like, nah. The universe is like, no, no. And then I'm trying to get on food stamps, so it's like I'm waiting on that. So it's like, what do I do in the meantime? So I'm trying to do as much as I can because I gotta pay rent, and I gotta like try to put some type of income because they're asking for rent, my family, and I'm like, I can't do that right now if I'm being denied. And I'm like, I don't know. So if you want to send some donation, this is my cash app, the follower lavender, and I will put my PayPal down below if you like to send me some PayPal. It's Thomas, and it got some numbers. Hold on, let me pull that up real quickly. I do accept PayPal, and I think I got Vero or Zelly, but I gotta find my username on my Zelly. So if you got Zelly, just let me know. What's my PayPal username? I mean, oops, not username, but like the little thingy. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. I got like $0. Okay, it's Thomas 836 for my PayPal. It's at Thomas 53. I mean PayPal at Thomas 836. PayPal Thomas 836, and you can send me donations that way. If you need my Zelly, just let me know, and I don't mind giving you my Zelly. I just don't remember my my username at the moment, like how to Zelly me, because I don't know why I put different names on different platforms. It's weird. But yeah, I appreciate love it if you send me a little donation. I appreciate love it. Thank you all for subscribing. For those who coming on in, make sure you hit that like button. Feel free to watch it back once I get off, or like if y'all have any questions, just feel free to ask them now. I can stay on a little bit. But yeah, but just know when you are working with, um, it's like highlight, and then it's like snow. Oh my god. I promise you, it's highlight, like makeup. Um, but just know not every ancestors is with you. So be mindful of who you're calling on to help you for a particular time or a particular situation. Not everybody want to see you thrive and win because some ancestors might have grudges. It's not against you personally. It's probably to the other spirit. So always suit up, protect yourself, and don't be shy of carrying your tools around you. I carry my goddamn tools all the fucking time, and I be saging myself, and I have Florida water, and I have what you call it, the wood thing, polysyntheals. I think that's how you say it. I got polysyntheals. I need to buy some more stuff, like not only for me but to protect others who are going through it. Like I started it teaching my nieces about spiritual warfare and what they can do to protect themselves, especially when them going to college and there's a lot of loss Okay, I need to be careful. Okay, there's a lot of souls, a lot of spirits that could be attaching to them on a daily. So I told them how to suit up and by using the power of the mind. And yeah, I don't know if I'm teaching them about magic yet. I'm not about. I don't know. Like I don't know if they're interested, but if they are, I do not mind. And yes, I'm an auntie. I'm a 29-year-old auntie. I've been an auntie since I was like 11 years old. Like I got two nieces and two nephews. I got a three niece, but I'm not really close with the third one because she's she's always with her mom, so I don't really get to see her much. But my other two, I suspect they have some spiritual knowledge on them because everybody, not everybody in my family is spiritual, but I realize my brother, one of them, is spiritual, like highly spiritual, and he just let me go through the shit by myself. And I'm like, okay, so you didn't tell me this before, or didn't even tell me that this shit was real. He just said I had to let you explore it because grandma wanted that way. I'm like, bruh, you could have saved me from a lot of shit. But then he was like, well, you wouldn't have the spiritual knowledge you have today if you didn't. So I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. But yeah, there's ways to teach your kids spiritual stuff. You just gotta put a catchy for them, or put them into their day's perspective, like their day's reality, what they see is going on, and then try to help them and guide them too, so they don't get stuck trying to clear out your debt and other ancestors that they don't have no business clearing when we should have done that already for them. So yeah, I don't have no kids though, but I'm willing to create kids. If anybody wanna, I gotta wait on God. I gotta wait on the divine presence to be like, I'm gonna send you the right man for you. We got you. I'm like, okay. And like, I'm just waiting for a family of my own. And I'm doing a lot of spiritual cleansing, like a lot of spiritual cleansing and a lot of shadow work before I even have kids to even think about. Because I don't want to be that old bitchy lady to be like, man, like I really don't. I don't want to be old and cranky and be like, no, that's not the way. Everybody moves different. Because they're going to be in a different set of generation. And they should know a lot more than the next generation will. They will know a lot more than what we know. And yeah, I can't wait to see. It's gonna be, oh my god. I guess. I don't know. But y'all have any questions? Thank you all so much for the support, by the way. I appreciate love it. And I appreciate love the donation. Appreciate it. But if you wanna talk to me one on one, like I said, everything is down below in the description box. But if you want me to say it again, I will say it again. Sorry, I don't know who and what that was. Okay. Again, my phone number is 470-938-1505. Again, 470-938-1505. I'm also on WhatsApp. So, WhatsApp me. So, yeah, I appreciate love you. Um, and I appreciate love the donations. And everything is listed below if you want. If you need my Zelle, just message me. Be like, how can I donate to you? Just message me. I don't mind telling you how again. And yeah. Gang gang. Bye. what was bruh, love and light.